Thousands of years ago, in the heart of Africa, two lands would unite to form one of the most powerful civilizations in history. A civilization that would rise, flourish, and leave a legacy that still captivates us today. This is the story of ancient Egypt, the cradle of civilization. But before there were pharaohs, pyramids, or gods, there was a land in the making. Around 5,000 years before the Great Pyramids were built, Egypt was divided into two separate regions, Upper Egypt in the south and Lower Egypt in the north. These regions were separated not just geographically, but culturally. Life along the Nile was harsh yet incredibly fertile. The annual flooding of the Nile brought nutrients to the soil, allowing agriculture to thrive. It's here, in these early days, that the foundation for one of the most enduring civilizations was set. But it wasn't until one great king emerged, Narmer, also known as Menes, that Egypt would be unified into one kingdom. Around 3100 BCE, Narmer would conquer Lower Egypt, bringing the two lands together for the first time. The Narmer Palette, discovered in the ruins of Hierakonpolis, tells the story of his victory. It shows the king wearing a double crown, symbolizing the unity of both Upper and Lower Egypt. With Egypt united under a single ruler, the foundations for its future were laid. Narmer's reign marked the start of the First Dynasty, the beginning of a kingdom that would last for over 3,000 years. The early dynastic period saw the creation of monumental architecture. Simple tombs and temples began to emerge. These early structures were the precursors to the grand pyramids that would eventually follow. Narmer's unification of Egypt wasn't just political, it was cultural. From this point onward, Egyptian civilization began to define itself. The gods, the rituals, and the belief in an afterlife would become the very heart of Egyptian culture. The first hieroglyphs began to appear, marking the beginning of written history in Egypt. The kingdom was now more than just a collection of tribes. It was a united culture, with a shared language, religion, and identity. This unification was just the beginning. Over the next few centuries, Egypt would rise to become one of the most powerful and advanced civilizations the world has ever known. But the journey had only just begun.